Hey guys, welcome back to another movie review. So tonight, I just got back from watching Joker Folie Deux. Before I get into talking about the movie, let me go ahead and get this out of the way real quick. I am a fan of the first Joker movie. I thought that movie was incredible, and I think it's one of the greatest DC films ever made. So when I heard that they were making a sequel to that movie where it's not just gonna have Joaquin Phoenix coming back to play the Joker, but also have Lady Gaga join in as Harley Quinn, I was excited for this. I thought the trailers looked cool, and that's how I got excited for this movie. I did hear bad reviews about this movie, and I thought to myself, this can't be that bad. And now that I have seen this movie, guys, I have no choice but to agree with the critics. This movie was unfortunately one of the worst sequels ever made. This was unfortunately not a good movie. There is so much stuff I want to say about this movie, so let's break down the best and worst parts of the movie. Let me start with the positives first. The first positive thing about this movie is that it looked great visually. I liked the set pieces in this movie, and the cinematography just made this whole entire movie look good. And my second and final positive for this movie is the acting performances from both Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga. Gaga and Phoenix were both acting their butts off, and they were doing great with what they were given. And now let's get into my negatives because there is a lot. The first negative thing about this movie is that it is obviously a musical. The musical elements that were in this movie felt so out of place, and they all took place inside of Joker's head. There were like 15 musical numbers in this movie that I just could not sit through. Overall, the musical numbers in this movie just physically annoyed me. Another negative for this movie is that it deals with the consequences from the first Joker movie by making this movie have some courtroom drama. The courtroom drama in this movie was not all that interesting to me. Overall, I was bored by the amount of courtroom drama this movie had. Another negative for this movie is what they did character-wise with Joker and Harley Quinn. This movie literally had no idea what to do with this version of Joker. Like, this version of Joker was just not good at all. Now look, Joaquin Phoenix did do great in this role, but not even his performance as this version of Joker could save this movie. Same thing applies to Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. Lady Gaga was great in this role, but this movie criminally wasted her. And what makes this even worse is that they made a bunch of dumb changes to this character. This movie had no idea what to do with Harley Quinn. It left me thinking about why they would even introduce her in this movie. Overall, I did not like how this movie massacred these two characters. And my final negative for this movie is the ending. I'm not gonna spoil the ending for you guys, but yeah, I did not like the way they ended this movie. The ending of this movie is so bad, it had me thinking, what was the point of making a sequel if the first movie was already a billion-dollar hit? This movie had no reason to exist at all. They could have kept the first movie as its own perfect standalone movie, but no, they just had to give us a sequel, didn't they? Overall, the ending of this movie is horrible. It left me thinking that this was such an unnecessary sequel. But overall, I did not have a good time with watching this in the theaters, and this was just a movie that had no reason to exist, and it's definitely one of the worst sequels of all time, and the rating I would give for this is a 3 out of 10. But anyways, yeah, that's my review of Joker Folie Deux, and thank you for watching. If you want to see more reviews like this, follow me for more. Peace out.